A conversation that I remember at the American Film Market 2016, really just an idea. I'd read the article, I'd come up with an idea that this could potentially be a film, but I hadn't actually written the screenplay yet. It seems to be the biggest contributor to this phenomena called genetic sexual attraction is that if you do lack that life that people usually have together if they grow up in the same childhood home, for example, it's very uncommon under those circumstances to feel feelings of attraction towards your family members. So yes, that is the Western architect. And I found out that there were actually a lot of couples like this around the world, either father and daughter, son and mother, even grandmother and grandson couples around the world that have fallen romantically in love after being separated for decades. And there was a US adoption agency that did a study about reunions, and 50% of them ended up in feelings of attraction. And when I saw that figure, I realized this is not a small phenomenon. Like it's a lot more widespread than we'd like to think. And we just don't know about it because it's so highly illegal in probably every country in the world. So yeah, that's I just thought it was a story worth telling, and through this one couple, Sally and Sam, that I chose as my main characters. So it's definitely 100% fictional story. It's not based on any one couple, but my initial interest towards the subject. I just feel like we need to explore females and other genders that are traditionally not so well represented on screen to every extent. This Madonna whore, these two extremes, and those are the only kind of archetypes that women are supposed to be. And they have made bad choices. They have made morally bad choices in their life. I have made morally bad choices in my life. And it's just unfortunate that we haven't been given too many female characters in our film history that do have all of these layers about their characters, and that still too often the role of the female in the film is being a mother, being a lover, being a girlfriend, rather than this human that we are with everything that we are. And that's not just to do with our romantic or our sexual interests, it's to do with work, career, yes, having children if you decide to have children, perhaps not, your friendships, your relationship with your family, your relationship with your friends. Like, there's a whole heap of women's lives that we just unfortunately haven't seen a lot on film until maybe just the very last recent years, and it's picking up a little bit, and I just think we need to keep picking it up, and just, I think as a filmmaker, and I guess someone that most people would see as a female, I particularly don't feel necessarily as any particular gender. I can represent female filmmakers. I'm happy to be in that box for that reason. It's almost our responsibility to create multi-layered female characters that haven't been seen before, and not just strong women, weak women. I mean, of course, I don't want anyone to walk out of the cinema, but also I have to be prepared for that. I rather make films that are interesting to some than films that are nice to everyone, new and fresh, and something they perhaps haven't thought about before. And yeah, look, if someone feels a need to walk out, they can do so, definitely. I just hope it's not because the film was boring. I hope it was for other reasons. Totally self-funded. So I'm the writer, director, producer. Because at the end of the day, I don't make films for myself. I make them for an audience to watch. Life doesn't make a lot of sense, and art for me is a great way of trying to understand myself better. So all the internal conflict that we have to go through, writing and then telling a story in the form of a film, is the best way for me personally to explore all that.